Broadcasting worldwide through internet, satellite, shortwave, and AM/FM stations across the nation. Sponsored by SurvivalistSeeds.com. It gets a little rough from here on. This is Don't Tread on Me with your host, Big John Lipscomb. It's time to awaken from your slumber.
Yeah, just one more day and the herd headed towards the slaughterhouse. My goodness, time is just flying by. Before I forget, I really want to plug my show that's coming up tomorrow, Tuesday. Tune in because I have Robert Bass. He has a website called surviving2012.com. And it probably has more advice in there than just getting under your desk and hoping for the best. So I'm interested in that kind of stuff. You know, you never know. I'm open-minded about the 2012 thing. I haven't made up my mind. I guess I just keep it open until it comes and maybe passes. And you can call in this evening. We're going to have open lines tonight. So if you've got something to say, or you have a question, do not hesitate. Just do so after the first segment. I've got a guest coming up here in a second. The number here is 877-342-6673, and you can always instant message me during the show. And I am having trouble with my instant messenger right now. I'm not real technical, and I admit that. I just lived in the wilderness too long. But every time somebody signs in, it takes the whole screen goes white with their deal, and I'm having to shrink each one of them, and you guys keep coming in here. There's about 20 of you right now, and I'll figure it out. It's got to be something simple. And but you can instant message me at BigJohnLipscomb@yahoo.com. Like I said, I have a guest this segment, and his name is Richard. Richard, welcome to Don't Tread on Me. How are you doing?
Great. How are you tonight?
It's good to... Oh, it's a good night. It's still cold, but not so cold. You know, for being this time of the year, I mean, we're right up on Christmas. We're in 40, 45 usually most of the time this month, so I'm not complaining too much. But you are up in Idaho area. I reckon you got it a little colder tonight, don't you?
Well, this time last year we had about 9 feet of snow, but this year, supposedly with the El Nino, we're cool, but rain, but very little snow.
Yeah, it is odd, the way it comes and goes. Maybe they're just pushing and pulling and turning levers up there at HARP or something. I don't know what it is. Hey, Richard, you have a product that I have purchased for my daughters, and I have been interested in a very long time. And your website is BuddyBarDoorJammer.com. Like I said, I bought a couple of these for my daughters because they just recently moved out, They have their own place, and being, a concerned dad, I want to make sure that they're safe.
Sure.
And one of the first things I did, other than insist that they get a dog, was to get your Buddy Bar. Now, there's a few on the market, but none of them are like yours. Tell me why yours is so superior.
Well, our bar is made out of solid steel material. The head, the tubing, the handle, the foot, everything is made out of steel. And where our competitors are made out of a paper-thin aluminum tubing with plastic parts. And those plastic parts will fail. And where our product, we have never had a failure. We've never had a bar fail. We've never had a return. We simply have the strongest home security bar on the market. And if they go to my website, if they scroll to the bottom of the front page, they'll see how I demonstrate the strength. I have my pickup supported about a foot off the ground with two door jammers.
Yes, and I agree with you. One would have been enough, but it would have been impossible to balance a truck, right? So you had to put two.
Yeah.
But it's one thing we've talked off air. I've known you for quite some time, and it's one thing to hear or read what a great product you have, but it's a whole nother thing, Richard, when they arrived here about a month and a half ago, whenever it was, and I thought, what is this? A rocket launcher in this box? I mean, it just was so heavy. And then I pull this thing out, and it's just the beefiest device I've bought in a long time, and it just made me feel so good that my daughters are going to be safe, because most burglaries happen coming through the front door while
That's
people
right.
are either home or not home. And, a girl living in an apartment in Wichita, Kansas by herself, she's got to be thinking and about locking that door. But sometimes, even a deadbolt is not enough. It just takes a big, strong kick. But if you've got a Buddy Bar door jammer on the other side of that, folks, you need a big old truck to get through that door.
Nobody is going to get through the Buddy Bar. I don't care how big they are. It's just not going to happen. It is a solid product. It'll outlive the whoever buys the thing, and you can't wear it out. You can't break it. I have an unconditional lifetime guarantee on it, and it is just simply the best product of its type on the market. There's nothing close.
Yeah, nothing close. And what I really appreciated about it was how it adjusts from like 3 foot, around 36 inches, all the way up to 51 inches high.
That's
so
right.
It will fit for any door. And folks, it takes, once you've set it up, which takes you about 15 seconds the first time, you just have it right by your front door. And every time you're in for the night, you just set this right up there at the doorknob, and it virtually takes 2 seconds, and you are safe, folks. You can stop putting the dining room table chair up against your door under the doorknob, because the Buddy Bar door jammer will replace that. I wonder how long is this? When did this product get invented? It's been out for a couple of decades, right?
Well, there's been there's probably 5 different manufacturers of door jammers, but they're made in China, and they're cheap. I'm sorry. I mean, you can buy them for $16, $17, $18, and but you're gonna get what you pay for. And I had a customer. He was 300 pounds. He bought one of my competitors' bars, pulled it out of the box. He hooked it up to his front door, and he just gave a bump with his shoulder, and it broke. And he called the manufacturer, and they gave him directions to our website. I mean,
wow.
there's nothing on the market that's close to the Buddy Bar.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't wear it out. You can't break it, and you'll buy it one time, and it's a great product. I take a lot of pride in it, and with what's coming, I think in 2010, and most of the people listening, they know what's happening. They have an idea what's coming, And this is the type of product that that'll give you time, if nothing else.
It's a great solution.
It gets you time to get to your gun, get to the phone,
yep.
And they would simply have to take the door down around the. In fact, one of the first bars we put out, this was about 5 years ago, and a guy bought it for his daughter, and she started using it, and within 2 days after purchasing the bar, 2 guys came up and started kicking her front door. Now, she had a hollow core door. Well, they're not going to get through the buddy bar. I don't care.
Yeah.
But their foot started going through this hollow core door. So she ran out the back, and they continued to kick. And they kicked a hole at the base of the door big enough to crawl through. They got on their hands and knees. They crawled in. They didn't bother taking the bar off. And ran around the house, did their thing. And they came back out. Again, they got on their hands and knees and crawled back out the same hole. The buddy bar was still in place. And
folks, we got break here. Richard, it's BuddyBarDoorJammer.com. Check it out, folks. We'll be right back.